I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Call the roll, please. Here.
Mr. Jester?
Here.
Ms. Romeo?
Here.
Ms. John? Mr. Sharon?
Here.
Colonel Hassenlock?
I see we have lots of special guests this evening. Would you like to start?
Special guest, if you'll join me at the microphone, we'll start with some presentations. As you know, each year about this time we present service pins to our employees, and we give them the opportunity to receive their service pin at a board meeting, or if they would like to receive it at their school with their faculty present when they receive it. Many of our employees choose to receive their pins at the school. However, we have some that have chosen to join us this evening, and that always thrills me because it's an opportunity for us to get to see them and share with them and say thank you to them for the wonderful things they do for our children. So if I may, Dr. Schutz, if you'll join me, our first recipient this evening is Dr. Jean Shelkett. Dr. Shelkett has 40 years with the Lawton Public Schools. Congratulations. Currently working with our Student Adjustment Center, Jean has I don't think I have time this evening to list all the schools you worked at, Jean, but thank you, and thanks for what you do for our kids. Next, this evening, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Wayne Hougen. Wayne is the custodian at the Beginnings Elementary, our Beginnings Early Childhood Center, and has been with us for 30 years. So next, I'd like to introduce to you the principal of Brockton Elementary School, a longtime teacher at Edison Elementary and Congrove before that, and has been with us for 25 years. Next, I would like to introduce to you Miss Deborah Love. Miss Love is currently teaching at Pioneer Park Elementary, and now you have to turn around here because you've got all the cameras behind you there. She has been with us for 25 years. And the youngster in the bunch this evening, if we can say it that way, Donita Atkinson. Donita teaches special education at Sweeney Elementary, and she has been an LPS employee for 20 years. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Okay. Go ahead. Yes, we'll. I'm going to get out of the way so they can do their thing. The next group of special guests we have this evening, a very special group of young people that have put together a project that will have long-term benefits to the school district, but also shows you the quality of the student that we have in LPS. And this is a program they're going to describe to you this evening that I think you will find exciting. Also, I think you'll be very pleased to know that they have an interest and a passion to do something positive in our community. And I've got a sneaky suspicion that'll probably carry past school years as well. So let me start with introducing to you, first of all, Skylar Burke. And Skylar, if you will tell us about the Lawton Enhancement Trust Authority Youth Advisory Council, then we'll go from there. And if you'll introduce whoever has joined you this evening. So.
Hello, my name is Skylar Burke, and I'm the chairman of Leda Yay. We are a youth organization that focuses on improving the appearance of public youth facilities, and one of our main goals is to enhance the appearance of Lawton Public Schools. But before we get into that, I'm going to introduce to you our other Leda Yay representatives. Myself from MacArthur High School, Leah Solis from MacArthur High School, Maggie Collins from MacArthur High School, Whitney Martin from MacArthur High School, David Madigan from Eisenhower High School, Christina Schutz from Eisenhower High School, Adriana Stallworth from Eisenhower High School, John Kentowski from Lawton High School, Megan Rawls from Lawton High School, Kelsey Nadeau from Lawton High School, and Tevis Hillis from Lawton High School. And some of those people couldn't be with us today, but they send their apologies. We have developed a plan for beautification called 505, and we believe that this project will have an enormous impact on economic development for Lawton. And our mission statement is to add a spark of beauty and enhance recreational and educational youth facilities by involving the young people of Lawton. And we believe this project will do just that. So here's Leah Solis to explain how this is done.
Hello everyone, my name is Leah Solis, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about our project 505. 505 is a vast tree planting project that will take place across Lawton Public Schools. We plan to enhance school grounds by planting numerous trees on school property. We will plant 40 trees at every high school, 20 at every middle school, and 10 at the elementary school. And that's totaling in 500 trees, and we will plant those over the span of five years. That's where we get the name 505. We will start at MacArthur High School. Phase 1 is to plant 20 trees on the east side of MacArthur High School. Along with the 20 trees, we will need to install a sprinkler system. And the sprinkler system is one of the most important parts of the whole project because that's what will ensure the success of the trees so that we don't just plant them and then die. And obviously, a project like this won't come cheap because not only do we have the trees and the sprinkler system, but we have to figure out how to wire and all. It's like really complicated. And so we plan to ask for donations from the local citizens, nonprofit organizations, and school groups. When asked, we see that Lawtonians are very generous donors that truly care about the community. This is exactly what Lawton needs. A project like this could completely transform the image of Lawton. If one tree can spark beauty in any dull area, imagine what 500 could do. And now we have Megan Rawls to tell you, I don't know what she's telling you about, but here's Megan.
Thanks. Hello, I'm Megan Rawls. As you've been informed, our main goal is to improve the appearance on every single Lawton public school. Our schools look very bland on the outside. Many of our flower beds are overgrown and unkept. Some schools have marquees that are not neat looking. Bottom line is, our schools are in desperate need of landscaping. We want our schools to look the best. Why is Leda Yay important, you might ask? I'll give you an example. When new soldiers and their families move to Lawton, and then workers from Goodyear transfer here with their families, what is one of the first things they're going to do? They will go look at our schools because parents want their children to have the best education. Next is Whitney to expand on this idea. Hi, I'm Whitney Martin. I'll explain more on what Megan was talking about. Because parents want their children to have the best education, picking a school will be one of their top priorities. If they drive up to a school that have overgrown flower beds, unkept trees everywhere, not so nice looking marquees, what is one of the first things they will think? This isn't a good school. It's trashy. It's ghetto. They will think that because the outside of the school is bland, that the educational value within the school are equally unimportant. Basically, the families may move elsewhere. We don't want that to happen. We want them to move here, shop here, have their children go to school here, and spend their money here. That's where economic development comes in. Good things can happen with this committee. Enhancing the appearance of our schools can make a huge difference in our community. And here's Skylar Burke again.
Beautification is often put on the back burner. However, beautification is the key to building a strong and successful community. The new and improved Lawton will flourish with these new enhancements. Projects like 505 will bring in more people to the community. With a glowing landscape, the care that we have for our schools will obviously be displayed. That's it.
Skylar, tell us a little bit about how you came to get started doing this. Help let the board know.
Well, me and my dad, Jay Burke, over there, he is the chairman of LEDA, and I was just trying to tell him, you know, we feel, well, I felt that the youth the youth facilities of Lawton aren't really taken care of, and that's not really a necessity for people to really think, you know, they really want the adult part, you know, the adult places to look really nice, but nobody ever thinks about the youth facilities. So I was talking to him, and he said, well, why don't we try to make a youth LEDA, you know, a branch of LEDA, a branch of LEDA called LEDA Yay. And we will have that group of young individuals focus on the appearance of, you know, their facilities. So that's how it all got started.
But we thank you for taking the initiative to assist us in doing this, and I think you're exactly right. As Leah stated, there are a lot of generous people in the community that will step up and help, and many times our resources go other places, and this is a great chance for our community to help us enhance our schools, and it will enhance the whole community when we do that. So thank you, and thank all of you for being involved. Guys, I guess they brought you for eye candy, and that's we appreciate all of you being here, and certainly, you know, I can't tell you how good it makes us feel to see you get involved and you do positive things and you try to make a difference in the community at your age, because what that tells me is you're going to be making a difference for a lifetime, and we appreciate that very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I would invite all our guests to stay and join us for the business meeting, but if you would like to leave, we'll take about a 1-minute pause and let you do that.
Report varied tonight.
Under the superintendent's report this evening, I would like to start, if I may, with item 7B. We do not have a budget update this evening under 7A. We will have one for you at the next meeting, as we've seen just a little bit of change in the receipt of money, not in the amount of money receiving, but in the timeline, and we'll be reporting that to you next Thursday at the meeting on the 15th. Under 7B, there's an information item I wanted to share with you this evening. I do this because I think it's extremely important. On page 2, you will find the information. Actually, it's on page 3. You'll find the information congratulating the district on being 100% highly qualified teachers by the under the requirement of Section 1119 of the ESEA law. That is something that if we don't do, we are gigged by the State Department on. It is a part of the No Child Left Behind regulations, and we are extremely proud. And I can tell you that Barbara Ellis and many principals worked extremely hard to help their staff meet the qualifications, to hire staff that have the proper qualifications in order to teach the subject matter we've got them working in. So that's something I thought should be shared with you this evening, because in a large district, that's no easy task to get all of that done. And so a lot of great people doing good things out there for our children. And thanks to Mrs. Ellis and all the principals for stepping up and doing their part. Under item 7C, I would ask you to consider your consideration and action to acknowledge a written recommendation that I sent you to terminate the employment of Gloria Galbraith Jones as a teacher, and take action to set a date and time and place for the hearing on that recommendation. I would ask that we do that on the 15th of November, immediately following the regular meeting, and in this location. Time will be, as I said, we'll say approximately 5:30, but it will be immediately following the regular scheduled meeting.
Second. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Mr. Sharon? Dr. Schutz?
Thank you. Also, I'd ask your consideration action to acknowledge the written recommendation that I sent to you to terminate the employment of Stacy Broadway as a personal care assistant, and I would ask that we set a date of November 15th, immediately following the hearing that you just approved in this room, to hold that hearing.
Just to follow the first one
Yes.
there. I make the motion.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Mr. Sharon?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Dr. Schutz?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have under the superintendent's report this evening.
Are there any items that need to be discussed or removed from the consent agenda?
I would like to just point out one that I think you'll find of special interest. There, under item 4F, our secondary schools are entering into an agreement with the regional food bank to provide an opportunity for students to obtain food if they are without, that are in the secondary schools, comparable to what we do with Food for Kids in the elementary schools. We're just continuing to see a need, and this is a great way to address it, and the food bank is very supportive there. So I just thought you should be aware that that's going to start to take place in our secondary schools.
Entertain a motion to approve. I make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Mr. Sharon?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Dr. Schutz?
Yes.
And we do need an executive session. Yes.
Dr. Chief, item 10, that's just part of the executive session is to confer with legal counsel on pending legal action. Item 10 needs to be considered and voted on before we go into executive session. It got out.
Item 10 is consideration and vote as required by 25 OS, section 37B4, to go into executive session on advice of legal counsel to discuss a pending action for the disclosure of discussion will seriously impair the ability of the Board of Education to conduct pending litigation in public interest. Entertain a motion to.
That is my recommendation.
Move for approval.
Second. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Sharon?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Dr. Schutz?
Yes. I'd like to entertain a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Ms. John?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Mr. Sharon?
Yes.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Dr. Schutz?